Welcome to the University of South Carolina's Payment Request Inquiry Training. The purpose of this tutorial is to demonstrate how to use the Payment Request Inquiry to determine the status of a payment request. Anyone who has access to enter a payment request should also have access to the Payment Request Inquiry page. If you have questions after viewing this tutorial, please send an email to accountspayable@sc.edu. After logging into PeopleSoft, you are presented with the PeopleSoft landing page. Use the main menu link at the very top of the page to begin navigation. Let's navigate to the Payment Request Inquiry page using this menu path: Main Menu, Accounts Payable, Review Accounts Payable Info, USC Payment Request Inquiry. Once you get to the Payment Request Inquiry search page, all of the available search options are displayed. Any of the fields can be used to help narrow your search results. There is no security on this page, which means that anyone can view the status of any payment request. To help keep the search results returned to a manageable list, always enter a from and to date range as well as an operating unit. Any other criteria you are aware of may also be used. For this example, we are going to use operating unit CL040, a from date of October 1st, and a to date of October 26th. Once all the search criteria is entered, click the Search button. The Payment Request Inquiry landing page is divided into 3 sections. At the top left is the Request Summary area, which provides a count of the payment request by status that were returned based on the search results. In this case, a total of 47 results in the various statuses listed here were returned. The top right section, Recent Messages, houses messages entered by the payment request approvers that require attention. And the bottom section contains a listing of all the payment requests returned that match the search criteria entered. For each payment request, the following pieces of information are displayed. Request ID, which is a PeopleSoft assigned number unique to each payment request. Entered on, the date the payment request was entered and submitted. Supply ID, the ID assigned to the supplier. Supplier, name of the supplier. Invoice ID, the invoice ID is entered when the payment request entry is created. This should be the number found on the invoice. If there is no number on the invoice, then this should be the date and supplier name or last name of the individual. Description, the description of the payment request. This should include the payment request type, followed by a hyphen and a description of the reimbursement being requested. Operating unit. This field represents the detailed breakdown of campus organization structures. Combined with other chart field values, they form the basis for department budgets that track expenditures and revenues. Department, the ID of the department submitting the payment request. Fund code, an alphanumeric code that indicates the source of the funds to be used. Class indicates how funds are being spent. PC Business Unit, there are 3 choices here: USCSP for sponsored projects and grants, USCIP for internal projects, USCCP construction projects, or USC01 for operations. Project, the ID of the project the payment is billed against. Total amount, total payment request amount for all lines. Request status. A status of new indicates a payment request has been created and saved for later. A pending status indicates a requester has submitted a payment request for approval. An approved status indicates accounting has approved payment and waiting for final approval steps. Canceled status indicates a requester has canceled the payment request. A denied status indicates an approver denied the payment request. A hold status indicates an approver placed a hold on a payment request and no other approver can access it until the hold is released. And finally, a vouchered status indicates a voucher has been created. Voucher ID. If a voucher has been created, the unique number assigned to the voucher will be here. View Approval Workflow icon. It shows the entire approval chain for the payment request. And finally, you have the Review Complete icon, which provides a one-page view of the payment request with links to access attachment and/or payment options if they exist. The default sort order is ascending order by request ID. Like other pages within PeopleSoft, you can change the sort order easily by clicking on the column headings. By clicking on the Entered On column, we can change the sort to descending order so that the newest payment requests show at the top of the list and the oldest are at the bottom. Notice the sort order has been changed. Now let's click the View Approval Workflow icon. When clicking the View Approval Workflow icon, a window pops up to display a graphical representation of the workflow approval. In cases where it states multiple approvers, simply click the link to get a list of everyone in the bucket for that approval level. Once one person on the list approves, the payment request moves to the next level of approvers. In this example, there are 4 different levels of approvals. We have Level 1 and 2 at the department level. Level 3 is the project accountant, indicating this request is being charged to a project. And finally, the accounts payable, which is the final approval. Let's click the Review Complete icon. Clicking the Review Complete icon provides a one-page view of the payment request with links to the attachments and payment options, if payment options exist. Let's click the Payment Options link. If in the comment section there are special instructions for accounts payable, they will be indicated here. For instance, if it's requested to hold the payment, the Hold Payment checkbox will be checked. The same is true for the Separate Payment checkbox if that is requested. Click the X in the upper right corner to exit. Now we are back on the review page. Information in this view is read-only. Click the Return button at the bottom of the page to close this window. Thanks for attending today's Payment Request Inquiry tutorial. Click the button to complete the PeopleSoft course completion form. Have a great day.